We are actually at the day 45 on our mining return. So I believe everybody see our daily return will be actually increasing on a daily basis. So the longer it is, we are getting the more FTC. All right, so that is if you go to your app and the FTC page, you can actually withdraw your mining return on a daily basis. Now, the second thing that actually going to happen very soon, which is our LP staking. So LP staking, in a short, in another term, we can actually term it as yield farming. And this yield farming is going to pay out in FUSD, which you can swap to USDT on a daily basis. And now we have 3 tenure, okay? So we have 7 days lock-in, 15 days lock-in, and 30 days lock-in. By right, our program is supposed to launch by now, but because that, there's certain management wanted to compensate from our compound interest that we used to have in the past, which is 1.5% per day, right? If you don't withdraw, right? So, right, that's the reason why we have requested the programmer, the IT department, to redo the entire thing to allow different days of contract or different days, the different tenure. So that's why we have 3 types of contract. And so which is going to be 7 days contract, and 15 days contract, and a 30 days contract lock-in. So the 1% per day, which is on the 7 days, and the 1.1% per day will be on the 15 days contract, as well as the last one is 1.2% per day on a 30 days lock-in contract. So we are expecting this to launch by 31st of July, which is just a couple of days away. All right, so we will have this function. When our app is updated, we will have this function to allow members, if they wish to do the LP staking, they can actually do it. All right, they can actually do it just to stake their LP. That's it. So you don't need to do anything else. What you need to do is to contribute to the LP, which is FUSD and FTC main. Okay. So once you do that, you can actually stake it. All right. If you wanted to, if you don't want, it's up to you. So if you want to stake, means your LP will be locked for the days that you want or you have chosen. All right. So this will happen when we update the app. All right. And the third earnings definitely will be our team rewards. And this team rewards is based on whatever we have seen quite some time ago, and it's similar to what we had previously, but it's going to based on our LP value, and the payout will be in FTC. So that certain payout will be in the passive daily will be in FUSD, which can be swapped to USDT, and the other team rewards, or when you run on the referral program, will be based on the LP value and pay out in FTC every day, about 2:10 a.m. right now. All right. So that is for those leaders or builders that would like to work on the program. All right. Now let's take a look at this LP staking, what it is. I think there's many of our members may have already know But there are still plenty of members, they are still do not know what is this, okay? So let me quickly go through, that how this work. So announcement will happen by 31st of July and start August. This is confirmed. All right, so let's look out for the announcement. All right, so, and the LP staking can only be in Fintoch, right? So which means that those who has, but that is a minimum, huh? So if those guys that are, the minimum is 200. So minimum you got to have 200 in LP value before you can perform the staking. So what does it mean? So when you contribute LP, you need to have FTC as well as USD, right? FUSD. So because this is in Fintoch, definitely you need to have FUSD and you need to have FTC main. So in order to get FTC main, you got to swap from your FTC Fin if you are having mining returns in your FTC Fin wallet. So once you swap it, and in order to get your FTC FUSD, right, you also need to swap it in your USDT wallet. All right, you can actually swap it in your wallet itself so that you can obtain your FUSD as well as your FTC main to be used to contribute LP in our Fintoch. All right, this is already available in our wallet in our FTC tab. All right, I think later Carlos can just quickly share with us on that. And for those who already contributed into our Pancake, all right, V2, all these also counted, but only thing that is not able to do is staking. So if you have a bigger value, all right, those who are smaller account, you don't need to worry. So you can continue to have it in your Pancake. Don't need to worry, okay? But those who are the bigger account that you have a bigger LP, you should do it in Fintoch so that you can do the staking itself, whereby the staking itself will give you a daily passive return on a daily basis, okay? So let me repeat again. For those who has already contribute V2 in Pancake, that is that you have already seen your LP value in your personal LP numbers, as well as in your probably team sales, and it's small value, small account, you can just leave it because you don't need to remove and do it again in Fintoch. No different, because the numbers will be captured for your team value or your team return, all will be captured, right? But if you wish to have a passive return by LP staking, you have to do it in Fintoch. All right, so, but it has to be minimum 200 and above. If it's less than 200, you cannot do the staking. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, now I have mentioned before, you have the options for 7 days, 15 days, and 30 days, whereby you have a different daily return. So for 7 days, we have a 1% daily return, and for 15 days, we have a 1.1, as well as the 30 days is 1.2. For this is to compensate our compound, which we used to have in the past, but we don't have it now, right? So that's why we have it now. Okay, so at this moment of time, we will have this SPCs sticking here. Now, how do we calculate the value? How do we calculate the value? The value will be calculated based on the day the contract is being established. All right. So the day when you do the contract time, your LP value. So for example, if your LP value is 1,000 during that time, all right, so you will have your contract true out for 1,000. All right, so if you choose 7 days during that time, then the entire 7 days, right, you will get 10 FUSD. Every day you get 10 FUSD for the next 7 days until the contract is over. So you have the option to do an auto renewal of the contract for every 7 days, but when the contract is renewed, what's going to happen is you will have a new value based on the LP. So the LP could have increased or could have reduced, but that will be the value of the contracts, and you will be getting a daily returns based on the contract value at that time. All right, so if you do a 30 days, all right, so if that day when the moment that the value is 1,000, it will stay for the next 30 days. Doesn't matter if the LP value goes up or goes down, all right, until the entire contract is over. When you renew it, that will pick up the new value. All right, so this is something very important to take note, and this will be in the form of FUSD, and you can actually swap it to USDT. All right, so this is the LP staking program that is going to happen really soon. So what are the income for us? The income for us is pretty straightforward because we have a direct referral of 0.15% a day, and our second level of referral is 0.1% a day, which goes back to the last time, right? You can actually do what? You can actually arrange the account yourself, right? So that you can actually get the additional FTC. So for passive members, if you arrange 3 units, right, you will get extra 0.25% a day. So times 30 days, you can actually get 7.5% per month. Okay, so this is our program and this is payout in FTC on a daily basis. So of course, if you talk about a GM, right, you have extra 0.2%. So which means that you will have 0.45% a day times 30 days, you actually have 13.5%, which is in FTC, okay? And of course, this does not calculate the compound, right? Does not calculate the compound. This is just daily returns. And if you do compound, will be actually much more. Of course, if someone were to do the staking as well on 30 days, based on a 1.2% per day, you have a 36% returns based on FUSD. So a passive GM on a monthly percentage itself is 13.5 plus 36%, which is quite sizable, 49.5% return. This is pretty simple to calculate on the GM, right? Now, a lot of members probably will ask, right? What is going to happen on the price of FTC? Now, just now I have shown you based on our FTC, right? The addresses right now is 35.2 million. And the current FTLP holders in Pancake is 369,000 based on 43.5 million pool, which means there's only 1.05% contributed to the LP. All right, but our FinSwap numbers, this is the numbers that actually I would like to share with all the members. We have actually gotten the numbers on 22nd of July, all right, which is 3 days ago. They are already about 100,000 FTC main with 8.3 million FUSD in our FinSwap. So, I think now if we run the query again, I believe this number has climbed up to at least 10 million on FUSD with maybe 100,000 FTC. So probably we are seeing about 20 million here in our FinSwap. So 20 million plus our 43.5 million in Pancake, we still goes up to the same, about 50 over million pool for our FTC. So this can only, we can only do the inquiry through the RPC, to the blockchain itself. All right, so the company is working towards, publishing these numbers in the coming update so that all the members will know what is our LP in FinSwap. All right, so this is some numbers that I would want to share with all the members right now. And let's try to project, right? So now, let's say now we have 35.2 million addresses right now. All right, so let's say, in a month's time, we can, with the staking started in August. All right, so we project, with about 10% or 10 times increase from the 1%, from the 1% now we increase to 10%, which is about 10 times from now. So after we launch the LP staking. So LP pools definitely will be at least 500 million. So it will be much more in FinSwap, and I would say not much will be in Pancake because most of the staking is going to happen in our FinSwap pool, which is necessary because this is our one of the biggest ecosystem. So what do you think our FTC price will grow if we grow 10 times? Of course, I hope that it can grow 10 times as well. So if it doesn't grow 10 times, it can grow 5 times, it's also good. So it's anybody guess. We don't know how much our FTC price will grow. But I would say it will definitely a few times. All right, depending, how fast, our network grows. So this is nobody able to guess what is the exact price because now it's a free market, right? So, but you can see the numbers, all right? You can see the numbers. What is these numbers about and why these numbers are like that? Because we actually move, and a lot of our current members, instead of doing wanting to put more, they actually sell some of the FTC for USDT so that they can contribute to the LP. That is the reason why it contributes to the decline of the prices, as well as their traders. Just like I show you, there are 80 over 1,000 addresses that are not contributing to the LP. So these are the traders, right? The traders actually trading our coin. They could be shorting our coins, right? So that's the reason why I think, right? So the prices is affecting due to the market condition. So by the time when we launch our staking, I would say it will be driven again by the mechanism as well. So it is actually anybody guess, but I would say it's quite comfortable. We should be able to grow a few times. All right. For very simple theory, right? What will drive the price up? Right? So everybody asks why? You know, because it's a very, very simple theory. Theory comes from where? Demand. Definitely you need to have demand and you have low supply. Right? Why we have demand? Because we are pushing the LP staking out, and definitely this is confirmed. And with LP staking, FTC and FUSD, because of the passive daily income, a lot of our members, new members and old members will actually stake their FTC. Right? So this actually created a demand. I mean, imagine, right? So not many of our members, they may not have a lot of FTC. So new members or even existing members, if they wish to stake more, they have to buy from the market, right? So that is where the market is generating demand. Secondly is secondary market, which is the traders. So when your LP pools grow bigger and bigger, the traders will come in. And coupled with the demand generated by the LP staking mechanism, all right, so it will collectively push the price or push the demand up. And the supply is going to be low. Why? Because FTC can only come out from mining. And most of our members that have FTC, you have FTC, you will use it for staking, which you can earn yourself a daily passive income. So why would you want to sell when you can actually use it to generate passive income? So which means a lot of the members will be discouraged to sell unless it's purely necessary. So if they needed the funds, they are free to sell anytime. No stopping, right? But most of them which they don't need, they will actually use it for the LP staking, whereby they can actually get a daily passive income. So this is what is going to drive the prices up. All right. So that's what I think the demand is what it needs, right, to drive the prices up. And now, this is a referral program which has been around for the past 2 months, all right? But a lot of our members, they may not pay a lot of attention to it, but it's actually pretty much the same. Why I say that? Which you can see that the direct referral is 0.1015%, and the indirect is 0.1%. Or of course, the GM is 0.2, VP is 0.3, and SVP is 0.4, and ED is 0.5, as well as the MD is 0.6. It's similar to what we had previously. Even the value is also the same. So we have 50,000 for GM, 150,000 for VP, 500,000 for SVP, ED 2 million, and MD 6 million. All right, same rank is 20%. It's exactly the same as the previously. But what I want to highlight is MD Plus. MD Plus, you get extra 0.01. on your team, all right, if you +1. So if you +2 is 0.02, and of course the highest rank is 0.03. And most important thing is it has to be direct. So it has to be direct. So this actually a much better opportunity because these will earn us FTC. And FTC will have great potential they have very great potential to goes up. So it's your income actually has the potential to really go up, and instead of stagnant. So those who do the staking passively will also get your passive, but for referral program only on this one. Okay, so this is what I would like to share for at this moment.